What's up, guys? I'm gonna show you how to put the taillight bulbs that hide under here. You see there's one right there, one right there. I'll show you how to install those. Let me unlock the car, it should light up. There you go. So I'm gonna replace these with LED ones and show you how to access them and how to replace that. You have to take the liner off here on the inside. So I just recently in another video put the LED headlamps in there. Haven't done the fog lights yet, as you can see, but we got the LED ones there. Nice flat beam pattern. And check out the other video if you want to see how I installed those. I used this beam tech kit for the headlights. Got these guys here from Amazon. So you put in the tail lights there. So I'm gonna put these guys in there and I'll show you my process. So first thing you're gonna do is take this plate off. There's some torque screws here. They're like a T20 or T25. Pull this bracket off. I'll show you what that looks like when it's off. All right, so I got all the screws out here. So after you got all the screws out, this just pulls off. You just set that aside. And you'll see that this kind of just folds over that. And these parts, and just kind of pull it down a little bit. You can see that the grab handle is right there. So they have to just kind of push that out, work with that, and then you gotta take all these little pop clips off. They just kind of pull the center out, and then you pull the base out too. All right, and then you're gonna do that to all these other ones. There's one here, here, over there, up there. There's a couple more like up here. So I'm gonna take all those off. You're also gonna take this off. There's another one of those guys in here. You just pull this cover off. Do the same thing to the other side and you'll be able to get this little insert out. So I'll show you what that looks like with it off. All right, so I got all these clips out here. I've already kind of shifted the cover around. I mean, you really don't, in reality, have to take these off because they don't actually hold it. You can see on the other side here, it's still in there, and it'll just kind of pop out of there. So that just might make it easier for you, but you see the little grab handle there. You just kind of take this, push forward, take that off. And you're just gonna pull the light connector off of there. All right, you can see it's a little right angle. Do the same thing for the little green switch that's on the other side. You pull that out. And then this little cover, just kind of lift out of the car like that. Take that, just set it aside. And then this is what you're gonna see. So back in here, you'll see the back of those housings here. So you can see if you're just replacing the little bulbs, you're not doing the whole housing like I am. You know, you can just take these two screws out, pull that plastic cover off, pull the old bulb out, put your new ones in. But for me, I just kind of want to replace it with the whole new housing. So back up in there, it's a little hard to see. So basically what you're going for, since you really can't see if you kind of get your head on it in there, is that you're just gonna feel for this. It's a little rectangle kind of connector. You just pinch the sides, pull the connector out, and then you're gonna go in there and try and push this little tab down so that you can pull that down towards the outside of the car. So if I go up in here, you can kind of see it's gonna be connected like that. You just crimp it, and then you go back up in there and push on it like that. It's already a little tilted. You hear the snap, just snapped it back into place. So it's kind of hard to access, especially with one hand. But see, I kind of got it there. So there you go. You can see that's off there. All right, so what you're gonna have to do before you can actually get this guy out, because it's not it doesn't fit through that hole, so I guess you could say that this is a more the harder route if you bought that style instead of just buying the bulbs that just pop in there. But so what you actually end up having to do is you got to take the license plate off, the little bracket that holds it to the trunk lid, and then you're going to take right here, you got little 8mm bolts that hang out on here on both sides. The other one's still on there. See right there, it's an 8mm head. Pull that guy off, and then see how this kind of separates in half. So then you'll be able to pop this out and slide it down. So I'll show you what that looks like with it off. You need to take the clear covers off right here. Take those two little bolts that are on each side, about that big, little Phillips heads. And you're gonna take this off, which is what you'll see when you take them off. Like on this side, and all you have to do is bend these little clear things back, get the bulb out, and pop in your LEDs if you're gonna go that route where you just replace the bulb. But once you got those off, you need to make sure you take them off, otherwise when you try and lift up on this, it'll kind of catch on it. Alright, so upon pulling this thing off, you can see I've got it peeled back here a little bit, all the way down. But before you can get it out, there is another screw hiding under that license plate bracket, so you just pop those Phillips off too, just sitting right there. Take that little bracket off. Then under here is going to be hiding another 8mm nut. Focus on that. So you want to unscrew that. You're going to want to counter hold this kind of flat threaded stud that sits in that square. So yeah, you're going to need to take that bracket off, and then should be able to see how this thing looks when it's off. Alright, so now you can see, once I got that off, like I said, it can come off there. You just kind of pop it out. It's really just held in by those white clips you can see down there. Really all it takes is to pull on a little bit, and then this has kind of got, you know, probably some crud, a little bit of old seal that holds it on there. So really all you gotta do is just pull this guy off. It'll look like that on the back side. Those little clips hold it in. Also just kind of set that aside. And then we can see that these, of course it's gonna be dirty under there from being out in rain and stuff, so you'll be able to see that you reach back there and push on that clip. Let's see if I can get it with one hand. There you go. And that guy will just pop out of there. A little harder than some of the other models, like a 203 or 221 or something, to get this done, but that's how you do it. You come over here. I got that new part at, yeah, sitting right next to it. All right, so then you'll be able to take this guy and just push it in there. All right, so I got the LEDs installed. got the cover plate back on, you just kind of slip it over the bottom first. Just kind of pop those clips in on the top. It goes in pretty easy, fits tight. You're gonna put back on your little 8mm there. Put back on that nut and bolt that sits back up in there, right there. All right, and then you pretty much just plug these guys back in, reach back up in there, plug it back in just like how you took it out. Let's see if I can get it in there. Okay, so they're all plugged in, all ready to go. I mean, the only thing that I kind of noticed, I mean, we've already established this is kind of like the harder route to go, but with this thing, you know, it's kind of held in by these two little tabs on one side and then this big clip on the other. So you want to like slide those in first and then try and get this guy in there. I actually had to get in there with like push on this to the trunk lid and kind of pry on this guy with a pick or something to try and pull it so it would extend and secure it. But I'm thinking that the bulb idea is a lot easier, and I kind of recommend going that route. I've had them on one of my other Mercedes and they seem to work fine. I think one of them kind of had a flickering issue, but I'm gonna see how these go just because I've never done it before. I can show you what they look like on now. So I'll unlock the car, and I mean, they are bright as hell. You can see the trunk closed. They look pretty good. I can take another video at night. Please excuse the dirty car, but yeah, I'm also gonna get some footage driving down the road with the LED headlights on. But yeah, I mean, I like it. Hopefully they don't pop out. It seemed like they were trying to pop out a little bit, but I got them in there pretty secure. Kind of slammed the trunk a bunch of times, and yeah, I mean, they're still tight in there. They're not rattling around or anything, but we'll see after driving and stuff. Alright, so I also wanted to show that I got no error messages. I did have one for the left license plate lamp, but I unplugged it, plugged it back in, it started working fine. The lamp been working the whole time, but just had an error message for a second. But I just took out the key, unplugged it, plugged it back in, turned off the lights, turn the ignition back on, turn the lights on, and see, I'm not getting any error messages. Both LED lamps are working error-free, and both LED lamps are both working error-free. So yeah, that is pretty much how you get the job done. You just assemble in the reverse order, and you should be fine. Like I said, I kind of almost recommend going the other route where you just replace the bulbs. I don't know if these last longer or more reliable or brighter or whatever, but yeah, you can see for yourself. I'm gonna see how these goes. I'll update the video with yeah, maybe in a couple weeks or months to say how they're still working. So check out the other video if you want to see how to install the LED headlights on a W211 2008 E350 like mine here. And like and subscribe if you want more content like this and on other Mercedes models.